All right, next let's see your right hand. Yeah, but please remember that you still need to be...
Yes, I will.
Look, Kale, today...
But I have a vision too!
Don't talk like that, Kale. This is not something... Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
Yeah! Since we'll be staying here for now, we thought we might as well try...
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh? And if you're feeling up to it, you can be responsible for cleaning the...
Tighnari, we're ready to head out.
Roger, I'll be right there. All right, we'll be heading into the forest now. I'll leave any further details to Kale.
Yes, you can count on me. So, Kale, Tighnari mentioned cleaning the statue just now, but... Well, a forest ranger's responsibilities can handle a variety of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads, maintaining forest facilities. As for Master, well, today we can perform routine checks on the pathway. Paimon, Traveler, this way! You can leave the task of checking the lamps to me. In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual. Nothing wrong with these two lamps. Let's move to... Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly. Let me make a note of it. No problems with this lamp. Good. The statue of the Seven it's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Master wouldn't mind if you don't clean this. Oh? I guess I'll leave it up to you then. There's not much footing with... Paimon will fly up with you and help you with those hard to reach. By the way, Kale, do you know anything? That depends. Are you referring... Huh? Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? Oh, is that the name of the former Dendro Archon? Uh-huh. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon. To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a according to what Master has told me, that to celebrate the reinstatement of their... Uh-huh. Then... Well, and then... Huh? You're not too Yeah, I'm from Sumeru. Maybe it's difficult to discuss this topic with... No, it's not that. I'm not trying to... Anyway, you two know Wait, Amber? You mean... Yes, that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and she helped me a lot during that time. There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call for action at any moment, but is also very... If you ask me, she's a prime example of... Sorry. Paimon thought... Sorry. It's alright, Kale. So, how do you know that we've met? Well, after I returned to Sumeru, in one letter, she mentioned that I knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the... Yep. So please know that I wish I could tell you... That's alright. You've already helped us... Oh, I'm happy... So that's why you... Don't mention it. We are friends. You both have my thanks. Paimon looks at it. Do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali? The name does seem to fit the stat. Well, anyway, we'll have to figure that out. Let's get started on cleaning the statue. Nice work. That's one clean statue. Let's head down and meet up with Kale. Welcome back! You must... Yay! Food! Hey! Don't be
really a party pooper.
I prepared a nice portable dish that... No! You dropped it on the... Not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine.
Oh, whew. Paimon nearly... Those pitas are amazing! Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper. Paimon wouldn't have been able to...
You really know how to cook. Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe sometime. I'll even include all my...
Yay! Thanks, Kale! It's hard to believe...
Oh!
Kale, don't you think that Tighnari's a little... Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the Traveler, but she's never said anything.
No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for... Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, there's a group called... anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants. But Master declines their offers every time, saying, Sumeru City. Seems that Master could obviously have a bright future in the Academia, but he insists on sticking to the path of a forest. In fact, Master's the one...
Really? Paimon would have never... Oh, speaking of Tighnari, he was the one who took care of you after... Paimon's still kinda upset, though. He kept scolding Paimon.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little, but it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling. Why, oh...
Hey! Don't laugh! Hey! Now even Kale's starting to... Ugh, that's it!
No! Don't touch me!
Oh, sorry, Kale. Paimon didn't...
No, I just...
Kale, are you okay? What's the matter?
No, I'm fine. Oh, well, it's getting...
Huh? What was up with Kale just now? And why is she in such a hurry?
Traveler, you've returned.
Yep, we're back!
Oh,
Oh, okay. Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's in a better mood now. Let's go check on her.
Ah, it's you two. I was just about...
Huh? Tighnari? What are you doing here?
I came to check on Kale...
You mean she's sick?
No need to worry. So, Kale has been more excited than you... I suppose it's under...
So, Tighnari, what's really wrong with...
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized that you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma. So, just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Instead, well, because Kale asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to you. But she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend.
So, Tainari, what exactly?
Right. Ever since she was a child.
Elazar?
Yes. It's a disease unique to the lands of... At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on the affected area. In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to...
That sounds terrifying. Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting out...
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not... With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before... Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui after one...
What? The Fatui?
Ah, it appears you are already familiar with them. That'll save me some explanation. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care. I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but however, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but... Kale is a resilient individual, and always tries to appear cheerful.
Oh, Paimon had no idea.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she...
She doesn't need to apologize.
Well said. I hope you... Kale once thought that it would...
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good...
Well, it's not too serious at this... Though, I must admit that Kale... She was interested in the work of the forest. Her stamina has gotten much worse. All right. Now that I've told you about...
Yeah, we'd like to do...
All right. But I must warn you two. The rainforest is a
No problemo.
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a plant known as lunar lotus.
Hey, Tainari? Where exactly are we going to find this plant?
Lunar lotus can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. Lunar lotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Kalpalata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, completely contrary. There should be if you could manage to gather 4 of them, that would be sufficient. We'll rendezvous here once you've gathered the needed amount.
Time to go. Time to go.
Alright, we've gathered enough lunar lotuses. Let's head back to meet Tainari. Hey, Tainari!
Let me take a look. I'm quite glad you two came along. Your exploration experience...
Hey, Tainari!
Oh, Tainari! Someone's calling your name!
Ah yes, that's Amir and the others. But let's go find out what's going on.
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
The withering is back? But can you tell me the exact...
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire...
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough view to tell.
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it...
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision.
Wait, Tainari! Why don't you let up?
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar with many things. There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru rain. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even people.
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. I wasn't kidding when I said the rain. As Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is,
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision, only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone. But you don't seem to carry a vision.
Don't worry, she may not have a vision.
It seems the rumors about you are true. We typically only teach visitors how to identify.
Time to go.
Stop. Don't move any further. Look there in the distance.
Huh? Where? Oh, look! Those plants. Oh, Paimon doesn't like the look of this.
That is the withering. All right, traveler. We're going to have to enter that withering zone. Thank you, but I must warn you. Don't. Even with elemental powers, once you... You ready then? Let's go. First, we must locate any branches sustaining the withering zone.
Time to go. Follow the wind.
Shaking and
Illusion shattered.
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor.
Illusion shattered.
The wind now. Destroy the tumors of the withering.
we did it! Everything.
Yes, thanks to you two.
Tainari?
It's that obvious, huh? Recently, the rate at which the withering zone appears has been If that simply meant more work for me, then that would... For instance, even though we cleared out the withering zone, this presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. And most disturbingly, as the appearance...
Huh?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. By the way... Have you heard? Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath... I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul. Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world. The Dendro Archon is known as the god of wisdom. And as for the withering... That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukadevata's fam... I'm afraid we rangers will be battling the withering zones here for a long time until a cure is found. All right, That's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care of things here, it's time for a...
Time to go.
Oh, Tainari, you all made it back. How did it go?
The withering zone you reported has been taken care of. No need to... Huh. Wait, is that... Oh no, Hypatia!
Huh? What's wrong, Tainari?
This Duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you?
Oh, her? How could we forget?
Let me see what's written in the letter first.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? Huh?
Yes, allow me to She must have just finished.
What? You mean...
Well, obviously, because this... Needless to say, Hypatia... I've got some emergency
Wait, you want us to bring...
Let's find out. Here, Traveler... So, how do you feel?
Huh? Really? But wait, how'd you know that...
Back when we were clearing the withering zone, I observed, and if I may ask, when I... That's correct. Because what you saw is of significance. My forefathers were shown much... Now, after seeing you in action with... When you passed out, I could try to tell you more, but it would be better...
that sounds nice and...
That was because when you ran into her... Please, wait here. Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for her. Also, here's a letter that I would... No. I should...
Hypatia should still be in the cave.